We have to look at it from the physical as well as the logical viewpoint. Physically, we can, DoD requires isolation of different types of applications.
Right.
Dirty applications are zoned off, as well as applications that have internet access are zoned in a particular thing too. So that's the physicalization of it. The logical is kind of more complex because we actually look at the hypervisor and what the hypervisor is
Right.
doing. I mean, some security holes have been mentioned in hypervisors lately, and so we've been researching what is the best hypervisor to use, as well as determining, what are the standards that we need to follow when we select a hypervisor.
Mm-hmm.
And, some of those are bare metal hypervisors, and it has to be roots of trust. And so there's things that you have to watch out for.
Right.
The other way is, the way we're looking at it with AFRL, it's a question of auditing what's going on more effectively to see exactly what's happening, especially when you move things around within the VM environment.
Right.
So you're not sure what's happening. So they're trying to do a process of actually doing cloud auditing. And lastly, there's resiliency. We've been working with DARPA, and John mentioned this too a little bit. How resilient can your systems be, and especially when we talk in a cloud environment where we have C2 systems, if we ever get to that point,
Right.
that we want to make sure they're resilient, they move around, but however, we have to make sure that we can track where they're moving
Right.
and know what's actually happening, especially at the data end, especially when you go to the SAN and come back and forth.
Right.
So we're working on all those aspects, like with DARPA, for the resilient networks and try to keep track of what's going on.
Right. Now, I'm guessing, at Air Force, your cloud is a private cloud or within the confines
Yes,
of the
sir.
Air Force.
It will be.
Yeah, I'm guessing that, because I think these issues would be a little bit different, if you were talking public clouds too, because, now you have a shared risk.
There is some public, but it's very few outward-facing
Right.
web, systems that would actually be put in a public cloud, except that there's issues with actually doing that in terms of e-discovery as well as shutting down systems that U.S. Cybercom would like to do.
Right.